Hey, how are you? This is Ryan McCulloch of NextGenerationMusicSessions.com. In today's video, we're going to go over the Mixolydian Mode. Coming up next. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to explain this. What was that? Okay, I'm going to get to the gist quickly. Common ways of explaining this scale, again, are going to be either the parallel method, so that is starting on some tonic, some note, and then making the scale a major scale, but lowering the seventh note of the scale. Or we have the relative method, which is when you start on some note, so let's just take C for example, and you go up to the fifth note of the scale and reconstruct a G major scale starting on G but in the key of C, therefore giving you a G major scale with a lowered scale degree 7. Alright, that's really great and all. I know that you get that a G Mixolydian scale is a G major scale with an F natural. But how do you make use of the scale so that your phrasing's awesome? Well, I've got a couple tips for you. Here they are. If you missed my last video on the Dorian mode, right here, I advocated for a chord progression perspective in your mode study. So for the Mixolydian mode, what I'm going to suggest is that you use a G major triad and then also another triad that has the F in it. And there are two really common chord progressions that you'll see in G Mixolydian which make use of G and this other triad. And they are a G major chord and a D minor chord. So a 1 major to a 5 minor. Really common chord progression. Let's check out the second one. So the second one is going to be an F major chord or a flat 7 chord. This is really common, particularly in country music and country guitar, where you get a major chord followed by another major chord that's a whole step below it. And you can play it all up and down the neck. It's really easy. Check it out. Okay, and then the last tip is going to be the Mixolydian scale is super close to your blues scale or minor pentatonic scale. So even though it's technically not a Mixolydian scale, it pairs really well with it in many circumstances. So I would be able to play both your major and minor arpeggios, that is your G major and minor arpeggios, and then be able to play your Mixolydian scale and your minor pentatonic and or blues scale as contrasting ideas. It should sound something like this. And finally, I can't think of a better ending to this Mixolydian video than to tell you, what was that? Oh no.